Last session started off with us learning about what's going on around here and what exactly the obelisks are. Apparently, something called the Overseer has transported people from different timelines on a planet called Earth and placed them here for its amusement. They are part of some sort of experiment alongside all the flora and fauna on this island. The obelisks are there to challenge the tribes that the humans have made to find hidden artifacts in exchange for better tech. 3 of the 4 artifacts have been found and activated, and everyone has been looking for the last one before some sort of door in the volcano will open and some sort of event will happen. Some think that the god of the island, Cragthar the Earthbreaker, will appear and attack, but others say that's just pure superstition. Problem is that it's located in the desert, which is the most inhospitable place there is. But thankfully, our party has the use of magic and can create water. Once this information was told to Helena, she perked up at the possibility of actually completing this challenge. Our party then spent some quality time doing a few odd jobs before bed. Zion sharpened his weapons, Kira did some dancing, Suzans tried to figure Helena out, and Khaal did some alchemy. Once everyone finally went to bed, Fiddix was on first watch and our party got in a long rest, and when they woke up, noticed a new change in themselves. Basically leveled 4. Fiddix didn't sleep though. At some point during the night, he wandered outside as the magic inside of him woke up, and he somehow attuned to the island and got his new subclass. He's now a Leyline wizard, and 1 level of exhaustion for not sleeping, because I like to, you know, make my own player suffer. We then gathered our stuff. Helena mounted her Parasaur Stanley, and we set off towards her tribe. Along the way, we ran into the crew of one of the pirate ships that also landed on the beach. They were quickly making a rooftop shelter in one of the redwoods and put an arrow at Kira's feet when she tried to get close, asking them for help. They were 2 dragonkin, 2 furbolgs, 2 humans, and an elf. They yelled back that they are fine and to leave them alone. We then shrugged, said good luck, surviving, and took off. Near dusk, we finally saw her tribe. It was larger than most of us thought and had stone walls around it. Inside, we were met with some very odd looks, and a few of the humans ran away from us. Helena tried to calm them down, but seeing non-humans for the first time, scattered the tribe. Helena dropped us off at her house and went to do some damage control. Fiddix went to her workbenches and started stealing some of her stuff, while the rest took stock and tried to figure out if this was a good idea or not. Eventually, we all met the tribe, and we were let outside to wander around, those of us that felt like it. We even saw someone from Newport that was on one of the destroyed ships that landed and found this place to hide in. When Kira had met most of the tribe, Helena then asked us if we would help her find the last artifact. We really had nothing else to do, nothing else going on, so with a quick nod, she took all of us to the hatchery where we all picked out a dinosaur to hatch and bond to. She had some sort of device called the propagator, and that will speed up the growth of the newborns. So Khaal picked a Dodicarus. Suzans is getting an Archaeopteryx. Kira is getting a Dimorphodon. Fiddix is getting a giant beaver, and Zion picked a Velociraptor. Next session, we are going to bond with our new dinosaurs, start to raise them together, and gather supplies to head towards the desert and the yellow obelisk. So yeah, nothing major happened at all. So, today, I need someone to roll me a d4 and a d6.
Got it. D4. So it was, 5 on the 6 and 1 on the 4.
Okay, so a 1 and then a 5, and then I need somebody else to roll me another d6.
Ooh, 6.
A 6? Okay. Let's see what that unlocks for us today. Okay, so a 1 and a 5. Okay, that's a fairly easy one. That one's pretty good. And then the 6.
I'll be like, oh no.
Okay. This will be an interesting session. I love random generated stuff for stuff like these. Okay, perfect. So, as we are all at the propagator, she asks us all what we would like. We did that last time, so we rolled to see how long it was going to take for the egg to hatch, and if we were going to get any extra fun things out of it. And I believe the only thing that we are getting is Belvedere rolled good for Khaal, and eventually he's going to learn he's going to get twins from his Dodecarus with a 100 roll on his D100. Cool. So, over the next few hours, we are going to be learning about the propagator and exactly how this thing works. So, we're all going to be taken to an area of technology that none of us have ever seen before. Most things here are going to be like that for a while. And she's going to introduce us to more like of the what she calls electrical appliances and technology. There definitely does have like a silent science lab feel to this place. Just think Jurassic Park. You're going to see that here. It's almost the exact same thing, a little bit more high tech than that. Most of the screens are going to be like holographic, and they do have like a small area with big refrigerators. So she's going to tell us all that. It's got air conditioning. There's quite a bit. There's not a lot of people in here working, but we will be introduced to someone that she calls the nanny. The nanny is a human, and I would like someone to name the nanny, please.
Fran.
I was so gonna say Fran.
I was
I
waiting
mean,
for it.
what other name is there for a nanny? Come on. But now you have to do the voice.
Oh
Now you have
no.
to.
What are you talking about?
Just
Yeah.
hold your nose. Oh my
Oh my god, you guys. Yeah.
Nice.
All right. So our nanny is Fran Drescher. Okay. That's going to be interesting.
She's not gonna be like a regular character, right?
No, no.
God, she's
It's
annoying.
yeah. Her actual voice is fantastic. Um, so the nanny, Fran, she's going to go over her job here and what she's going to help us all through with the birth of our first egg. She's going to be taking us to a room. It's kind of reminiscent to like a giant stable because there are a lot of dinosaurs that get fairly big in here. They don't have anything major like the brontosaurs, but some they do have a couple like stegosauruses that are out patrolling the area and a couple triceratops. So those things do get big. So their areas are fairly big, like you would think. Think of the hatchery as half the size of the tribe. This is like the biggest, the best, the most fortified building. In total, you're going to find about 40 to 50 eggs that they have in cryo. Yeah, she's going to try and explain exactly what cryo is to us. Give me a general intelligence roll for everybody to see how well we understand what she's telling us for the next hour or so. That was a... Ooh, I'm burning my heroic
Zion.
inspiration right away for Fiddix.
I was going to do the same thing because I just got a nat 1.
Yeah, and remember we start off with a heroic inspiration every day. Okay.
Oh, it was almost the same.
Almost
But
the same.
yeah, it teetered on the 1, then rolled to a 7. So Zion, he ain't very smart.
What did Kale get?
Of course, he's
I thought my character was in roll 20. It is not, so I should have a roll for you here shortly.
Okay, no worries. Uh,
15.
Okay. So Zion, a 2. Okay. So Kira, Fiddix, and Kale. For the most part, we understand some of the things that she's talking to us about. Most of it's going to be less on the technology based and just it's like, sure, it freezes stuff. It's just an ice chamber, like stuff like that. It's going to be like this thing basically generates ice all the time without the use of magic. So there's a lot of this and that that's going to be going back and forth. But she basically is going to be going over how eggs are made without the actual parents. So it's just like basic test tube. Once they have an egg and they have a species, if the parents die, they still have something called the DNA and they can just create an egg. They don't need the parents for it. The parents help because then you'll get the actual characteristics a little bit better that way. But it all depends on what you're looking for. And she'd be able to tell you that she could breed out like the aggression of certain things so they're more docile, depending on the type of dinosaur. And depending on what the person wants when they actually bought it. So did anyone have any questions for her about how this entire process works?
I have a
Or do
DM
you think
question.
you'd actually care? Yep.
I think I remember last session rolling really low as to whether or not I actually get an egg in the first place.
You did. It was basically if you're going to get one today or tomorrow, how many days it was going to take until you actually got one. And it was more
Okay.
as if they had one on hand
Like
or not.
available.
I think
Okay.
our Dodic and our Velociraptor are the only ones that they actually have to manually breed.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
So my Dimorphodon is probably still
yeah.
cooking and not ready yet.
I can't remember what we did for the rolls.
It was really low.
Awesome. Was it? Okay. Okay. I think I said above 70%, maybe it might have been there. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm not at home, so I don't have all my notes.
That's okay.
Either way, within the next couple days, we're all going to have our egg, which is going to need time to hatch in the hatchery with the help of the nanny. She's basically going to call us when the eggs are just in the middle of hatching. We need to be the first thing this creature sees, and we have to feed it its first piece of food. That is the bonding process that they have here. From there, the nanny can do most of the work for us. But as it grows, which apparently they said is only going to take a week for this thing to go from a baby to fully mature. Personally, Fiddix, I don't think would believe that, but he's interested in seeing how it works. Because most things, like we normally know, take years to actually mature, and something like this should take years to mature, not a week.
Kira accepts it unquestionably.
So, is there anything you guys have questions for Fran or Helena?
Can I sleep with the egg?
If you would like to, yes. Um, Dimorphodons like it a little warm, so if you don't mind the heat, you should be fine.
Yay!
Yeah. Helen is also going. I'm gonna have to meet the Raptors tonight, and they're gonna be not happy about that, but I will persevere. And she's gonna look at Zion and go, Zion, since you want a Velociraptor, it'd probably be handy if you came and got to know them a little bit. They are a little bit finicky, but they work better as a pack than individual, especially if at least there's one male in the party. So
Okay.
if you'd like to come, we can. I'll go over the most of the things. They're going to do most of it itself. All they really need to do is, well, I just basically inject them with a little thing here that she's going to tap and hold up and go. This will just put them in a mating rut. It's the easiest way to do it instead of waiting for time and whatnot. But we should be good. Hopefully, we get a few more eggs to add because raptors are one of our major things we use for caves. But they do have a tendency to, well, go off on their own. But it does happen from time to time. But usually, when they're bonded, as long as they can sense the alpha in the party, we should be good.
Kira offers to play some Barry Manilow.
I don't know if these guys would actually. I don't think we've tried music just because, well, we don't really. That's not usually a staple we have here. And by all means, feel free to try them. The Dimorphodon's going to be a little bit smaller than you, but maybe only by an inch or two.
I'll play for my Dimorphodon like at nighttime when it's incubating. But I was talking about playing for the Raptors, some mood music.
Oh, they spook easy, so I don't know how that would go. As long as you aren't blaring it in their face, that might work.
Would you like a performance check?
I would love a performance check when we get there. Yeah.
Okay.
um so for the next hour she's basically gonna like give you guys a quick tour of the actual hatchery and all the fun functions of it. For the majority, it's fairly self-regulatory, and she's going to tell you if you want to learn how to do this yourself, it's surprisingly easy somehow. So is there anyone who would like to learn how to do this using her machine? Besides Fiddix, because he's got his hand up.
I'll just be listening, but not actually testing.
Okay.
Just following along very closely.
It does have like a user guide that is pretty much a step-by-step basis, and you'd be able to tell for the most part this entire machine is run by a little bit of thought and a little like trial and error. It's more, what would you like to do? You type it into the screen. So it's a very AI based computer. She'll try to explain the fact that what AI is, but most of us are just going to think it's some divine thing that does it for us. Or some high level mage just programmed it to respond to whatever we want it to do.
The new technology god.
Yeah, like literally. She's also going to say that this place is run on something called Element, which is basically free energy that's not solar, it's not nuclear, it is its own energy source that she would say is pretty much like having an enchanted crystal, which most of us would understand. It can be mined, but it's mostly rewarded for doing trials in the going for artifacts, or on occasion when there is a high level event in the area that she says from time to time does happen, but not usually around here. There are, like, she's going to start talking about all the beacons that drop when you do something or kill something, or some sort of thing happens to warrant a drop. There's events that pop up from time to time that are kind of like that, but on a bigger scale. The lighting is a lot brighter, and usually there's some sort of challenge involved in getting to the loot drop. The harder the challenge, the different color that is. Some of them summon creatures that she doesn't know what they are. They're not like dinosaurs, but they're from like she'll say like a different type of era. And from time to time, the wyverns are there protecting them. So she's basically going like, so when there is a loot drop that is a event, depending on the color, they usually prepare a team and go investigate and see if it's worth going to or not.
Oh.
She says it's usually one a week, and she hasn't had one pop up in about 4 or 5 days. They're usually only like a 20 to 30-minute ride from here if they're a white or green drop. Anything from that, by the time they get there, some other tribe or something they're like on a timer. Once the loot crate drops, you have about 5 minutes to do the challenge and loot the crate before it just vanishes.
Oh. I wonder who put those into the ether.
She doesn't really know. She's done a few herself. They get a lot of their blueprints that way sometimes.
Hmm.
But the high tech stuff, which we're seeing in the hatchery, was all rewarded as blueprints and a few actual of the starting pieces when she did her first artifact run. And the tribe before she was here had some of it also before she got here. Yeah. Okay. So, over the next few hours, those of us that are going to be getting our eggs get our eggs. So I believe it was our low rolls were, yeah, thank you for your Dimorphodon and our wrap. Okay. So let's head over to the raptor pen. So the raptor pen is at the side of her house. You weren't here last time for that, Fiddix. She does have 3 of her own, a male and 2 females. They aren't really named. She calls them her best breeding pair of raptors that they have currently. And you see her pull out what kind of looks like a crossbow, but she's going to tell you it's a dart gun. She's going to put some sort of vial in it and shoot it into the male and both females. And within 15, 20 minutes, it gets a little rowdy in there. So is there anything you would like to know about velociraptors? She would definitely ask you that.
How easy would it be to learn how to control?
So you're a big fella. We usually sometimes use these guys for mounts for some of the smaller folk. They're fairly easy to control as long as you're with them. The further they get from you, they have a fairly good hearing. Their sense of smell is really good. So as long as you can control how close you are to it, they're fairly pretty good. They're not really technically a pet. They are still, well, a predator at heart. If they see food and they are hungry, they're probably going to go for the food. They're commonly used for us as keeping other predators at bay. They're quite quick. They're one of the quickest we have here. So if by chance something comes through, they're very good at making it go away. But the further they get from you and the tribe, the more that they just keep running. They have a lot of energy. It takes a lot to keep them going. They're only about, well, for their size, they're only about like 300 pounds, 250, 300 pounds. They can grow up to about 6'6", so you'd be able to see them in the eye. That'll help. But yeah, hopefully, once the females are mated here, I will get them into the hatchery and run them through the propagator, and that'll speed up the process of a couple eggs.
Cool.
Cool. So if you want to start thinking about names, she's going to hand you like the dino decks that you guys have. We'll go over pretty much anything you need to know about velociraptors, how to care for them, how to make sure like you need to be the alpha if you get a male. So it's more tone of voice and stuff like that. Like any other animal, it's just this is a dinosaur. And is that your performance roll to help along?
Yep.
Can I have a stealth roll too, please?
Play bow, chicka bow, bow.
Okay. And just roll me. Actually, I'll do it here. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. The women don't care, but as long as the male doesn't see you playing, you are good. And I rolled a 5. All right. So yeah,
Maybe they get an extra couple eggs in the clutch.
it is possible. So can I have? Let's have Belvedere give me a D100, and Zion give me a D100, please.
17 for me.
Okay, 17.
75 for me.
All right, we're not getting twins. All right. I wanted 90 above for a chance at twins. Okay. All right. And
Good.
can
I have
you?
I have a feeling one's going to be hard enough to control.
Now I want you. I'll take a D4 roll from Zion and. Oh, brain's leaking here, Kira.
4.
4. Okay. Yeah, D4.
Yeah, I rolled it. I got a 4.
Oh, you got the 4? Okay, perfect. And
I got a
Kira, a D4. Okay. Excellent. Good. So it is going to take at least a day before they hatch. So after about a half an hour, you would be able to notice that the male raptor is finally having a nap. The two females are pretty much looking. They've done this a few times before, and they immediately kind of look towards Helena, and she just opens the cage and they just start walking towards the actual hatchery. Seems like they know what's about to happen and they've done it before. She is going to let everybody know if you would like to sign the charter to become part of the tribe or not. For some reason, signing the charter helps you be able to use other people's dinosaurs if you need them for anything. It kind of like gives you a not a permanent bond, but oh yes, you're allowed to touch this and you're allowed to do that. And if you tell a dinosaur to do something, it probably might. Yeah. So at the hatchery is a guild charter, oh sorry, tribe charter. And if anyone wants to become part of the tribe, you can. She's not forcing it on anybody.
Is there like an obligation or like a a mutual defense treaty or something involved?
Well, it's just more. For some reason, this island, once the tribe started, everyone was given a charter. You can only be in one tribe, and for some reason, as long as your dinosaurs are in the same tribe, everyone has the ability to control them somehow. We're not too sure exactly how that works. Um, but if somebody who, like, say, came in here who wasn't part of the tribe and, like, attacked one of us, all the dinosaurs would immediately aggro on you and rip you to shreds. If you sign the charter, that won't happen.
Ah,
So it's more of a
sounds like
safety protocol if you
sounds
want to
like a
stay
good
with us.
setup.
But you can leave anytime you want. I recommend it mainly just for the safety and security of the place, just in case. Friendly fire does happen from time to time, so as long as you're part of the tribe, you immediately won't get eaten by something, which would be terrible.
I like not being eaten.
Yeah. Fiddix is just like signing away and he's not even reading it. He's going back to looking at stuff.
Hey, Fiddix, come join the tribe.
And he did.
Cool. I'll join it. Are you guys joining it?
I like this place. This place has everything. And I mean everything. I don't think I could build an airship yet, but there's someone outside trying to build one. So this is win-win for me. I'm happy.
I thought we were just passing through.
Yeah, we could still pass through, but safety and security is great. Yeah, I don't want to live here. We have exploring to do. But I'll leave that up to you, Kale. I'm not going to force you to do anything. Now I got your back. So I'm your captain.
Yeah, Cal doesn't say. We're leaving.
Understood. I'll let Glia figure out if she wants to for Suzans or not. Did you want to sign Zion?
Yeah, I was about to say you see Zion take his claw, you see it come out, he'll dip it in the ink and sign.
Okay. It's an actual pen, but that'll work.
Pen? What's a pen?
She's gonna
Oh,
go over. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Actually, for this, it would be a tablet and one of the tablet pencils. She's gonna look at you. And goes, right. You guys are old school. Think of it as a magical quill that has unlimited ink.
Cool.
oh, right.
Yeah. Difference between magic and tech is hard to explain, guys. It's a weird one. I'm trying. I'm not one of those Arthurian lore people.
This is becoming very trying.
Yes, for not just you. Don't worry. Right, so remember kill. Alright, let's hope no friendly fire accidentally happens inside the track. Okay. So over the next day or two, the three of us that are getting an egg today are giving it to us. You'd notice that Fiddix pretty much like is in the middle of making, like, he's looking at where all the things where each type of dinosaur they have their own little area, and he's like helping make a bed because, like, being a Mapach, this is kind of nature to him. He's good at building like nests and stuff, and he's like immediately just staring at his egg, and he's just going to sit there and ignore everything else as he places it down. The egg for him is almost, well, it's not a big one, but it's still bigger than an ostrich egg right now. Yeah. Your Dimorphodon egg does fit. Actually, you have to wait till tomorrow. Sorry. Um, your Doedicurus egg, I should say, reminiscent to like an ostrich egg size for Kale. and you're going to be shown like an area where it can be hatched. That one is going to be like pretty much just like a little bed of straw and a heat lamp. Nothing too fancy for yours.
Good. Yeah, I'll just hang out with it.
Yeah. You'll be able to tell that there's a couple others in there. It looks like they use the Dodix quite a lot. And like every little stable section has like its own little dino dex, so you can take a look at anything you need to know about the Dodicus. So basically, if you guys want to Google anything about the animals that the dinosaurs you're going to get, that's what the Dino Dex is going to pretty much tell you. We can RP it all out, and I could just Wikipedia it for you, but anything you need to know about your own specific creature, by all means. I think we did most of the sheets for it. D&D Beyond should have one for your Velociraptor for Zion. Feel free to use the 2014 or 2024. You can't find it? It should be there.
I just might not be searching for the right thing.
Yeah.
Spell those dinosaurs' names correctly.
If you go into the encounter builder and type in Velociraptor, that would be your best bet. But I'll give you a link for the Velociraptor. There you go. Ah, it's got pack tactics. Doesn't have a lot of health, but we can fix part of that. Okay.
Dinosaur armor.
Yes, literally. That's the other fun thing they have here. So, over the course of the next few days, so let's say, is there anything you guys want to do during the first 2 days here while we all get our eggs? We do still have, Helena would let us know that we still need to forage for the materials we're going to need to build our desert gear with. They have blueprints that'll work for us that we can craft our own stuff with, and she's going to go over the crafting process.
What do we need for the desert? I thought we were making our own water.
Desert gear to help from the heat.
Oh,
Unless
from
you
the
actually
heat.
unless you have fire resistance already. If you're not resistant to fire, the heat will suck pretty much all the moisture out of us, and we need to craft desert gear that's going to keep the water inside of us. So we're basically making our own dune suit.
It's still suits. Yay.
Yeah.
I just recently read that book.
So yeah. So she said, like, with it, while the dinosaurs are being raised and taking the week to mature, she's going to teach us a little bit about how things are crafted in here, especially for our desert gear.
I will try, if there's anybody to teach like sewing and stuff, I will try to learn
Okay.
cloth crafting or something.
I'm going to take. I'm pretty sure you can't hear me. Or can you hear me?
Sarah will follow whatever everybody else is doing for the day. But at night she's gonna go back and snuggle her egg and sleep in the pile of straw.
I think Zion would.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think Zion would just find some target dummies and try to chop them down with his axe, get some practice in.
I don't need anything for the heat, so I'll just hang out with my eggs unless they're going to need something for the heat, and then I guess I'll have to figure out how to do that for them.
Okay. Yeah. That's fair. Okay. The dinosaurs, for the most part, most of them are genetically made to adapt to most areas. The only thing that certain ones, depending on if they have fur or scales, do better in certain climates than the other, but they don't react to the weather as most typical things should. There's something in there, what she's going to say, genetic makeup when you use the propagator and all the tech that they have to basically bioengineer them to acclimate to whatever environment they're in. Which makes no sense to most of us. But that's how things run here.
Can that happen with a cat person? Because this fur is going to fry me.
Well, that's the fun thing about some of the stuff here. I know it doesn't really make sense. Just consider it magical armor that you're about to craft to keep yourself cool. I think that would be the better option for me to instruct this on you. It's got some sort of cooling effect when we're in the desert.
Literally.
Yeah, it's weird just saying magic to you guys because, well, I've seen it from you, but I still don't believe in it. It could be advanced technology. That's the where I come from. There is no magic. They're just stories. I think that's why some of the tribe are still.
Technology is magic.
No, because I know how it's built and I know how it's constructed. Most of it's raw materials to make it. But I don't know. It's I know dinosaurs. That's the love of my life. But there's a lot of other things going on here that I don't understand. You guys brought me more information that I didn't understand. Mainly the fact that there's more than just humans out there. And yeah, even seeing the other ones that survived that other ship landing, weird folk. Um, you guys would be able to tell your presence is. A lot of the tribe are still walking away from you guys when you come, like near them. There's a couple that are kind of went. If dinosaurs are real, you guys got to be real too. But no one else here has magic. None of them.
Mhm.
No. So eventually, after a couple of days, we all have our lovely eggs. The eggs hatch on day 3. And on day 3, when we are all brought into the hatchery, as our eggs are all being hatched, and we are the first person that they see, we are all going to be given like instructions on how to feed it, but they want us to at least bond with it for the first hour. And we're going to watch in amazement as soon as it's born. It starts off nice and small, and then an hour later, it's grown quite big compared to what it should. You'd be able to tell and see it grow. It's very unnatural. So, what do you guys think we should roll for the bonding? We could do animal handling or persuasion or just straight charisma roll. What do you think would be good for a bonding of an animal when it's first born?
Animal handling makes sense, even though it's not my best number.
Well, that's for to calm or train an animal, or to get it to behave in a certain way. Um,
Well, of course, you would love to roll charisma to make it love her.
well, that's all. Like charisma roll is to make an impression on someone. So that's what
Yeah.
I more thought would be a better option. Would be a charisma-based roll. But each to their own. I think you guys can roll whatever you think would work for you, but I think it would be charisma-based.
Kira's happy to roll that for sure.
Well, either way, Zion has no charisma, so
None of us do.
Ooh, that would be a nat 20.
Okay. I'm okay with wisdom too. If you want to do an animal handling, if that's better for you, I'm okay with that also.
that would make that roll a 10 instead of a 9.
Nice. Okay.
Good job with charisma.
Okay. 11. What does... I'll do an animal handling for... Oh, that's a net one. I'm going to burn her heroic inspiration. I can't make her have a nat one. Okay, that's better. Alright, so no one under 10, though. Okay. It's just a baby. So...
No
Yeah,
heroic
actually,
inspiration to burn Zion.
no, I burned it on my last roll.
Oh,
Yeah, Zion was a 9.
Okay, I thought you said it would put you up to a 10. Okay.
No. Oh,
Okay.
actually, yeah. Yeah,
We'll put
I'm
you up
sorry.
to a 10.
Because
Okay,
if
that's fine.
I switch it to the
Yep.
animal handling, that was a +1. So,
yep,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
you're right.
Yeah, I could also give us guidance to help that too. So if you want to add a D4 to it, Fiddix would realize you're struggling a little. I'll give you a little bit of guidance if you'd like to add a D4 to that.
Well, then.
Yeah. Okay. So between all of us, we didn't have any nat ones. I had the one, but I got that back up with heroic inspiration. So over the next hour, we get the first bond in on our dinosaurs. And you'd almost be able to tell immediately that you don't have, like, there's no telepathy, there's no imprint, there's nothing major about it, but it is kind of like a mother's bond or a father's bond as soon as you have a child. This thing sort of kind of like looks at you and is staring right at you as soon as it's born. It's almost like there's a bond without the bond, but it does think of you as its parent. Well, I should say us. And over the next hour, as it gets bigger, we start feeding it. Each dinosaur has its own like favorite food. The nanny Fran is going to be coming over and handing us a lot of food. So like a little bit to start, and then a lot, and then more and more and more as time goes on, to the point of those of us that have carnivores, especially the Velociraptor, you'd be able to tell that at some point after the first couple hours, you're going from just a little piece of meat to almost like a leg of lamb. And it's gonna be at least the first 3 hours that we need to sit with this as it does its first maturity. So we're gonna see it basically go from infant to 1 year old, almost like in like baby age, I should say. So this thing gets pretty big pretty quick. And once it's in what she calls a juvenile state, she's going to show us where the food troughs are in each area, so it can start feeding itself. Doesn't take long. And then once it knows where the trough is, we are allowed to finally leave. We just need to keep track of the food that's in the trough. So every now and then we're going to have to, as long as they have enough food on hand, feed them. If not, we're going to have to go hunting for food for it. So
Picturing
someone, yep.
like the scene from Jurassic Park with the cow going on
Yep.
the dirt.
At some point, yeah, you'd be able to tell that there's a lot of in and out here with a couple people going out hunting and bringing back meat and berries and a whole bunch of stuff. It seems to go pretty quick here, mainly for the dinosaurs than the people.
So, quick question. Do I have twins or did I lose one?
Sorry, you did get twins, yes. Sorry.
Okay. So I have 20 days of vegetarian rations. How long do those last a dinosaur?
What type of rations?
Probably mostly dried seaweed and then whatever was in the pack that got dropped.
That'll probably last at least 3 days. That's about it. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Once like the first couple days are over, almost as if every like 3 to 4 hours we go back to check on the troughs, depending on which dinosaur it is. Because these things are rapidly growing, they're constantly eating. They're not doing a lot of sleeping. They are still getting like 8 hours sleeps in, but they're going to be like double the size when they wake up after 8 hours. And they're going to be hungry.
I'd like to use those 3 days to train them to wean them onto good berries.
Okay, that I will take a. We'll start off with a animal handling for the two of them, then a persuasion roll.
Very nice.
Nice. Yeah, good enough. I'm happy with that.
So 21's on animal handling, a 12, and an 8.
Okay. The 8, you'd be able to see one of them's a little bit stubborn. To start, it seems like he or she. Did we roll for male or female? I can't remember.
Nope.
Okay.
We did not.
Roll me a d4. A 1 to 2 is a female. 3 and 4 is a male.
And if it helps, the second one that has the 8 persuasion is the one I had bonded higher with.
Okay.
If that helps or not.
Yeah, we'll say that does help. Yeah.
1 and a 2 for my d4s.
Okay. 1 and a 2, you get 2 females.
Okay.
Your Velociraptor Zion came out a male. And the extra egg that they grabbed, they just stuck in the fridge for the Velociraptor. Fiddix got a male also. Kira, did you want to roll a d4 to see if you got a male or female? 1 to 2 is a female, 3 to 4 is a male. If you heard me. Do we have a Kira?
Or I thought you said him, so I was waiting my turn.
Oh, I said you, sorry. 2, you got a female.
Yay.
Perfect.
What if she prefers not to disclose her gender?
It's a dinosaur. That's all I'm going to say on that subject.
My dinosaur uses Zimzer pronouns.
Feel free to name your dinosaurs anything you like.
Ooh, that will have to give some serious thought.
Fiddix has named his Scamp.
Zion is naming his Blue.
Baloo.
Yep.
Okay.
Kira's going to dither about it for quite some time and think of nothing else and talk of nothing else.
Yep. Okay. So, after the first 3 days are gone by, and we start bonding to our dinosaurs, they're not ready to be let out yet. They're going to be going from like juvenile stage to premature. So they're like going right now. They're considered like if we're looking like regular children wise, they're just getting over the toddler stage. So they'd be pushing in between 5 and 7 year olds as a baby human. Um, so they're starting to get up, move around a little bit more. They're getting bigger. They're going through a ton of food. On day 4 for us, you guys rolled a few fun things. While we're sleeping on night 4, or I should say before night 4 hits of our 7-day maturity for our dinosaurs, is there anything else you guys want to do? Anyone you want to talk to? Anything specific you want to do?
While they're small enough, I will take them up to the rooftop garden to sleep. After that, I guess I'll stay in the place with them. Probably when they're sleeping, go check in on everybody else, see how they're doing, but otherwise, waiting till we're ready to go.
I will run up and down pell-mell up the streets and down the streets, holding my Dimorphodon up high above my head, like a kite, like trying to exercise their wings, getting them ready to learn to fly.
Definitely. So the Dicarus, you will notice as they walk, they sometimes kind of like a armadillo or those little bugs that curl up into a ball. On occasion, when they walk, instead of walking, they're going to start rolling in a ball and following you along.
I
Sometimes they're going to like start walking normally, and then their tail's going to curl up, and they're just going to start rolling around with you. Especially if there's like any downhills, they're going to immediately go into a ball and start rolling.
will probably ask somebody how I'm supposed to ride them when they do that.
Oh, they don't do that when you're actually riding them. That's pretty much you'd notice. They have a few here in the tribe. While they're saddled and ridden, they just walk normal, but they seem to also have the ability to roll down hills on their own like that. They go a little bit quicker, quite a bit quicker.
I guess I'll try to train them to start and stop doing that.
Okay, I'll just take one animal handling check for each of them then. To see if they're going to be
First is a nat 20.
nice.
Second is a 21.
Okay, you're doing good. Yeah, they pretty much just look at you and give like an audible. What you would think of is just a regular like fine sigh, right? And then they just start waddling along behind you. But yeah, you would be able to tell that if you're going downhill with them, or you need them to get to you quicker, they can roll, and it's almost like they're dashing that way. Okay.
And one
Yep.
thing I think Zion would do is go out and do a little hunting on his own, and bring back the meat so that way Blue actually associates Zion with meals to try to, I bring you the food to satisfy you, so you're going to help me kind of thing.
Okay. Would you go out on your own, or are you going to take anybody with
No, I think I do it on my own.
you? Okay. Um, then let's give me a. Are you going stealthily? Like, are you looking for anything specific?
Something big enough that would feed the raptor for, a day.
Okay.
So I don't have to keep coming back. give me the day to do other things.
Okay. So you'd be doing this during the first, probably like on day 3 then, or would you wait to day 4?
Yeah. No, I think I'd start as soon as they grow up enough
Okay.
to actually have big chunks.
Yes. Okay.
I would start that.
They also do have, you were here for last session, they do have a pond inside the tribe that they stock with fish. So you could also fish and feed them fish if you would prefer. But if you're going to go out
No.
on your own,
Yeah.
are you going to go stealthily or just run until you see something and attack it?
No, I would do stealthily because I'm unfamiliar with this place, so
Yep.
I don't know exactly what's out there.
Okay.
So I would be as stealthy
Stealthily as you can.
as possible. There we go.
Excellent. I will take a stealth roll, please, then, sir.
16.
16. Okay. So give me a d6 roll.
3.
3. Okay. Bringing up my random list of things to kill that it might be in the area. Okay. All right. Now I need this. Do 1 second here. So your stealth roll is good. I will take a survival roll.
Oh, that's a 13.
13. Okay. All right. I'm not going to bring up a map for this. I need to do. Let me know if this roll comes through. Do you see that roll by chance? I'm assuming no.
Not yet.
Okay,
In
good.
roll 20, no.
Okay. All right. You get the jump on what looks to be a very large wolf. It's quite large. Give me a history roll. Or you tell me, because this is improv and backstories are up to you, would you have ever come across or know what a dire wolf is?
I don't think so.
Would you know what a
Because I
wolf?
don't think a wolf maybe, but a dire, I don't think so. Because I don't think they have them in the main Leonion.
Okay. So you see some four-legged creature that's quite large, bigger than you, bigger than your velociraptor. And you just catch it out of the corner of your eye, and it has not noticed you. You're quite more sneaky than it. It's in the middle of, looks like it's chomping down on a small dodo bird.
That's a little sad.
And then I would. I think what Zion would do, not knowing he's against a dire wolf, but he would get within like 60 feet and actually just take one of his hand axes and throw it at like the middle of the skull to try to crack it.
This is going to be your surprise round before we hit initiative. Give me an attack roll, please.
Probably not. That's a 9.
That is a 9. You see your hand axe go a little bit wide, and all of a sudden, this thing just immediately puts its head up, sniffs, and is trained on you. Let's roll initiative, please, sir.
18.
You are going to get the next shot off as this thing slowly starts bounding towards you. So you're 60 feet away. Okay.
Yep. Then in that case, I think what he's going to do, he's going to be very, very mad that he actually missed
Mhm.
that shot.
Mhm.
So he is going to rage,
Okay.
and we're going to activate rage. There we go. And then I think what he's going to do is this just giant roar
Yep.
as he takes his great axe and actually runs at this giant creature to swing at him.
Perfect.
So that one's a 16.
Okay. 16 will hit.
Come on.
Ooh, 15 points of damage.
Sorry, hold on. I got
Okay.
something blocky.
It said 15 on my screen, so. Your axe comes down and connects with this creature, and you see a lot of fur and a lot of blood.
All right.
And it's still up. And it
Um,
charges. So you were 60 feet. So how did you dash to get in there? Sorry?
oh shit, that's right. So I wouldn't be able to
Yeah.
do that.
No. Unless you dashed and then action surged. Or do you get that yet at level 4?
No, I
Oh,
don't.
sorry, you're a barbarian. Never mind.
Yeah. Um,
Or did you just want to
so
dash and rage? Sorry. Yeah, you could dash and rage and get to it.
um, no, you know what? I will rage, but I will only uh run my normal.
Okay.
Uh, yeah. So I'll only run my normal 35, and then as a bonus action, I will use my daunting roar. So I need a wisdom save from this creature with a DC of 11.
12. Rolled an 11 plus 1.
Okay. Uh, oh shoot, I shouldn't have done that. Oh well. All right, that's my turn.
Okay, perfect. Well, this thing can go 50 feet, so it's going to close the distance, and if you're not raging, it's going to take a bite at you. 22 to hit.
Oh, that hit.
That is going to be 10 piercing. Sorry, is it piercing damage? 10 piercing damage. And you have the prone condition.
Oh,
That's its turn.
okay.
Granted.
Go. Now I will. Now I will enter my rage.
Okay.
Um, and then wing with my axe. That's a 15.
15 will hit. 13 slashing.
Is um,
Oh,
what
plus
would
your
my
base.
rage damage be?
See what I think?
see it.
Should be 2.
Yeah, so that's 15. Total
15.
15.
That's what you did the last time. Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Yeah. Same as before. That you just maybe thought this was going to happen, and did finally
Yes.
happen. Yeah, it's looking pretty hurt, but it does get a next attack on you.
But
Or you're going to do
when
something else. Yep.
no, when I activate my rage,
Yep.
the creature I hit, it would be on an attack that's not. Never mind. Okay, my ancestral protectors don't work because he's got to attack me. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, he is attacking you, and I got a net 20.
Go
How many hit points do you have left?
35.
35. You're taking 16.
Oh, that's
Half to 8 because you're raging,
not so bad.
and you're knocked prone again.
Oh yeah. I forgot to say I did use half my movement to stand up.
2024 direwolf. Every time it bites you, you're knocked prone if you're smaller than it, and you are. All right, top round 3. Didn't roll
We're
great.
just going to do that again.
Cool.
Yeah, we're just going to do that again. So that's only a 13, though.
13 will miss, sir. You're close. You got to hit 14.
Nope. Okay.
Think
Yep,
I
that's
missed
my
it.
turn.
Okay. 21 to hit.
Uh-huh.
4. Whoop, wrong button. 8 reduced to 4. Upper and 4. I'd say the rest of us would not hear this. There's a lot going on, and inside the tribe is fairly loud most through the day. And to find a direwolf, he was probably hunting for at least half hour past, so we wouldn't have had a chance of hearing this.
Oh, that's a
Huh?
23 to hit.
Yeah.
So that's 13 damage.
How do you kill the direwolf, sir? It had 10 left.
Sweet. I think with this one, as I bring my great axe down, I kind of go sideways.
Yep.
And just take his head off. And just
Okay.
then end up dragging it back to the raptor pen.
You are immediately, as soon as you get to the gates and the gates open and they see what you're dragging, because this thing's pretty big. You are. Give me an insight check of the tribe. And the rest of you would also hear, the rest of us would hear a bunch of like astonishments and a lot of people running towards the front gate.
That's a 14 on insight.
Most of these people wouldn't go in on their own with that insight check, and most of them probably have never killed a direwolf by themselves. The only one that's kind of given you a nod of approval that you didn't meet the last time, but there is a. Do I have a list of people here? Give me 1 sec.
The insight, or was it?
No, that was just for him.
Okay.
Boo. Over the time, you would have met some of the people here, but Where is his name? Mornock Bone Eater. He is the main head hunter here. You've been introduced to him. He is a Native American from the Apache tribe. He is their main hunter, and he's even kind of looking at you with a little bit of respect now, sir. Helena's going to run out and go, told you before not to do this thing on your own? Direwolves. Really? This close to the tribe? Interesting. They haven't came this close before. I wonder what scared them away. Are you okay? You're bleeding.
I'll be fine. And I just continue to drag the carcass towards the pen.
Towards the hatchery.
Yeah.
The rest of you see Zion just. You guys have known him for a little bit. Yeah, what do you guys think when you see Zion bring a direwolf in? Have any of you, do you think, seen one of these before? I know Fiddix has not.
I'm sure they're not in the Feywild.
There'd be similarities to certain creatures in there, but it all depends on where in the Feywild you're like technically from.
Yeah, no, kind of more the sea.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure Kale's probably never seen one before. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think so.
If you had the Dino Dex, it would tell you pretty much everything you're going to. Now, if you want to learn, you guys would know that you can just look at that anytime. Direwolves usually hunt in packs. So if one of them is this close to the tribe and on its own, something's either killed its pack or ran its pack away. This would be a female that you killed. So maybe something went wrong, but they're normally in packs of 3 to 5. So give me a quick, give me a survival roll for Zion.
7.
Okay, never mind. But yeah, a direwolf will pretty much the amount of meat on that will be able to feed your velociraptor until it's fully grown. That should do you the rest of the week for the amount of meat that's on there. But some of the humans want the pelt, though, if you don't want it yourself. They want to skin it for the fur. They can use that to make fur-lined clothing for their trucks into a cold weather area.
I'll let him have it.
So it's going to be.
All I need is.
Yeah, you just want the meat.
All I need is. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, perfect.
If you die, do you want them to have your fur too?
No, yeah. Shakes his head. And once again continues to drag the carcass.
Okay,
Oh,
perfect.
okay.
The nanny is going to look at you and just go, "Oh, okay, that's one way to do it." Huh?
I want them to realize that I am here to help. So hopefully it would make it a little easier to have them do what I would like them to do.
Yeah. After that is all over, since Scalia's not here, I'm going to use her character sheet. She's going to come over, tap you on the back, and do a cure wounds on you, sir, and give you 24 health back. If you need more, let me know. As soon as she heals you with magic.
Actually, that puts me back at full. So
Okay.
I'm good.
A lot of the people in this place kind of that are actually watching and paying attention, because there's not a lot of people that are following you guys into the hatchery. There's a few. The nanny kind of steps back in awe as she just immediately healed you with magic. This is the first time she's seeing it. And even Helen is a little put off watching your wounds immediately seal and scars go away and you feel perfect immediately. Healing magic, this is the first time some of these humans are seeing that, and it's a little put off for them. They're going to even tell you that some of the technology here still takes quite a while to regrow stuff.
So now I have a lean over. Now, do you believe?
Most of them are going, no, we're still scientists at heart. There's got to be some sort of trick. They still, yeah, no.
It wasn't really hard to begin with.
Yeah, the Suzans will just say you just got to have a little bit of faith. That's all it takes.
Right now, I got George Michael stuck in my head. Anyway,
So, first 3 days are gone by. The night of the 4th, when we start hitting the 4th night, that kind of coincides with what Helena told us about sometimes there are events that happen for loot drops. And you guys rolled a loot drop tonight. So, during our night, we are all awoken to a very, very bright white light. We've seen this before when we were in the swamp area and we got our first loot crate. This one is like double the radius. It lights up the entire tribe at nighttime. And when we notice that the crate is being dropped down, it has like a golden aura around it that's also pulsating on the ground. And it's only about maybe 5 minutes away from us. And most of the tribe are looking at it. A couple of them have spy glasses out, but it's a little too far away and in the dark. And the rest of the tribe is just like taking a look around, going, "Should we go? It's just a common drop. There's nothing really out of them we need anymore." But Helena is awoken and kind of comes out and goes up to all of us and goes, "This happens on occasion. We prefer the green, or well, the blue would be better. We don't really get the blue here that often. The green sometimes, but if you guys would like to do your first event, usually it shouldn't be anything major, I don't believe. Usually it's just another loot crate, but there's this challenge involved in getting to it. But I'll leave that up to you."
I think Zion would just start walking towards the gate.
Yeah, Fiddix definitely wants to go and see what the hell's in there.
I was muted, sorry.
You're good.
Definitely go.
You're
He
good.
sees that you're going.
Yep.
Where you guys going? I'm coming too.
Okay. Kale, did you want to go? Everybody else was.
If somebody specifically invites him along, he will come. If they're just going, then I'll just keep doing this thing.
Fiddix would definitely walk up to you and go, Kale, step outside. They might have a loot. You want to come? Come. Yes?
Come with us. Come with us.
Okay.
We like loot.
Don't be such a sourpuss. Come on.
So the gate is open for us. If you would like to bring your dinosaurs, you can. But
Are they full grown yet?
no, not yet. They're getting there. They're like 9 to 10 years old. They're getting close to being full teenagers. Okay.
Like, hold up a gourd full of liquid.
Yep.
I kind of only prepared for hot weather because that's what I thought we were doing next.
We can do that tomorrow. We still have quite a few days, I think. I talked to a few of them, and they said for the most part, all the materials we need is they have most of it on hand. We just need to get a little bit more fiber, as they say, but I don't know exactly what that is yet.
Just mean I don't know how much help I'm going to be. That's all.
Well, that should be good. Okay. So we rolled. Right. So we rolled an actual fairly easy one. So by the time we get up to the event, you're going to notice that there's anyone else that is coming. It might be a little too far for the other people in the redwoods because they were still at least a half a day away. So it looks like it's just ours for this time. But the only other thing, as soon as we get closer and closer, within about like 100-foot radius of this event is a localized thunderstorm that is making, like, we're in the hills area, so this is more towards kind of out near where Zion you started your trek towards the direwolves. And for some reason, all it looks like the event that's currently happening is a localized thunderstorm that's making the ground quite muddy. We rolled quite well for the event. So in order to get to the loot crate in time, we just need to do a bunch of deck saves, or we're going to be constantly caught in the mud and unable to get there before the event ends.
How
Okay.
big of an area does it cover between where we are and where it's not,
So the crate
so
is in
muddy?
the crate is in the middle. It's about a 60-foot radius light and a 100-foot radius storm. So we have 100 feet of treacherous rain, lightning, and mud to get through to get to the loot crate.
Okay, so the storm is inside the light as well.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So pretty much 100 feet on either side of the crate.
Yeah, I think Zion is just going to go for it.
Okay. So who's ever running towards it or slowly going through, are you just going to like sprint to it, or are you going to go slow?
I think Kira would might
Um,
fly.
I mean, I only have one speed. That's
Oh, hun, we can't hear you.
So if anyone's running, I need deck saves at disadvantage. If you're just walking, straight deck save.
And if we're flying,
If you're flying, depends if you're dashing or not. If you're going full speed,
I'll still dash.
disadvantage. Yeah, so disadvantage for your deck save.
Okay.
Ooh.
Just wasn't sure if the mud would get her from the air.
just trying to remember. I know I said something about saw a check. Oh yes, it was Dex, so I have advantage on that.
things you can see. Yes.
Hale, you would notice that
Dirty 20. Dirty
Okay.
20.
Hale and Zion, you would be able to notice that size is probably a very helpful thing here. Give you a little bit more footing. You'd be able to go through there pretty easy. Kira, you and Fiddix are immediately plastered into the mud by the force of the rain. The rainfall here is quite hard, and as soon as you enter it and Fiddix enters it, we both take a tumble and are face first in the mud. The rest of you, though, are going through it with quite ease. You made the DC.
I walk by, will offer my tail to whoever to grab up.
Fiddix is just going to grab it and drag along with you.
I was about to say something similar. I would go back and pick up one of them.
Okay.
If he's got Fiddix.
Yeah. It's only one save. So you guys can make the rest of the way quite easy. Fiddix and Kira are like plastered in mud and rain. This you'd be able to tell like this is not normal mud. As soon as we were in there, it's almost like being covered in clay. We're having a hard time moving while we're in this event.
If it's that sticky and weighs me
Yep.
down, I probably can't fly anymore.
Not right now until you get rid of the mud, no.
Yeah, if it's all over my wings, yeah.
Yep.
Fiddix is probably small enough he can just sit on my tail and start to groom himself.
Yeah, he's literally just grabbing on with both hands and goes, "You got it, big guy." And just mouthful of mud. I'm okay. Get there. Get the drop. And as soon as you guys get to the loot crate, kind of looks like the exact same as the other one. No lock on it, just one latch. So whoever would like to open it up, by all means.
And I well, it's gonna disappear, so I don't want to like try to look for traps or whatever. Sure, I'm just gonna try to open it.
Okay. Anyone
Quickly.
can open it. Would you guys like to roll from the D8, the D10, or the D12 loot table for this one?
Oh dear.
12.
The
Okay.
D12? Okay. So as soon as we open this one, there are a little bit more than 5 pieces of loot in here. There looks to be about 7. No names on it this time, just randomly stacked stuff. Maybe because
Okay.
this is an event, it's not geared to an individual.
So is it like supply materials for building and
Or
stuff?
for yes and no. There's a few other things in here, but we're going to roll to see what we get. So I need each of you to roll a d12 twice, please.
Everybody. Okay.
So we have a 9, a 2, 5, a 7, a 6,
Impressive. No duplicates so
8.
far.
And I'll roll one for me and a 9. 2 9s. Okay. So, Hale, with your 9 and your 2, you find. So you find 50 feet of hempen rope and a grappling hook. And a fishing kit, line, hooks, and net. And I need you to roll me 2d4, please.
D.
4 dried fish. Looks like salmon.
Or dried salmon.
He will study the hook tied to the rope to figure out what it is and ignore the rest.
Okay. So yeah, it's a full fishing kit, lines, hooks, nets, all that fun stuff. The 5 and the 7 from Zion, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 5 and 7. You get a single piece of leather armor. Your choice. It could be a breastplate, boots, just one single piece of leather armor. The leather armor is going to look like it is from some sort of dinosaur. Has a few little scales on it, but it's just normal leather armor. And then your 7. Roll me a d4, please.
Not a 6. No, not a 6. 4. I did a 6 again. Come on. There we go. 2.
2. You find 2 torches, 2 sets of flint, and steel.
To go with the tinderbox and the torches I already have.
Fiddix will definitely grab the rest of the fishing kit. Fiddix also rolled the 9, and he got the extra fishing kit, so he's got 2 sets of fishing kits, which works out for his beaver. Okay, the 6 and the 8. Kira, you find something not from this place.
Oh.
You find 2 healing potions.
Ooh, what kind? Regular ones?
2 regular healing potions, and you also find a bedroll and a tent that'll fit like 2 people. So it's a small tent. And we'll say it's your size.
Oh, okay.
So it would probably fit like you and Fiddix.
Nice.
Yes.
So it was Ion who got hurt in the last fight, right?
Yes.
So I'm gonna go. Like these are labeled, like I know what they are.
You'd be able to tell you know what healing potions are. These look like standard healing potions that you would get at a magic shop back home.
Okay. Hey Zion, what I found. Here, I'm gonna keep one because I'm squishy, but also here, you get hurt a lot. You should take one too.
You keep it. I've already got a couple.
You've got a couple already?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hey Khaal, do you need one?
No, I don't get hurt.
Yeah, you're pretty sweet. You're pretty like not hittable. Like that's cool. Okay, well, I guess I'll hold on to them for now, but let me know if you guys need them. I wish they worked in the game like they do in Baldur's Gate 3, where you can actually just throw them at your
Throw
friend
it
and
at
have it
people? Yeah, I know.
explode next to them and just heal them.
Yeah, and not take shrapnel damage from the glass. Yeah, I don't get that. Yeah, perfect. So as soon as we grab everything out of there, the light goes away and the event ends and the rain stops and somehow the mud around us instantly dries up. And things go back to normal and it's nighttime again.
I spin really fast and get all the mud off my wings.
So
Absolutely.
we stay here because we're not supposed to travel at night.
Oh, the tribe's just back that way. I think we'll be okay. We're a team. We're good. We got lots of stuff. They'll let us in. I think for the event, it's a little different.
Okay.
But yeah, good looking out. Just in case. I wonder if these things always happen at night or if they're during the day too. I prefer the ones during the day. You can see better. Anyway. So that is the beginning of night 4. So as we get back to the village, everyone kind of like goes, oh yeah, we have pretty much all of that. They kind of look at the healing potions a little odd. That's new. But other than that, most of them just like immediately go back to bed. But they like give us all like little claps and pats on the back. They're getting to realize we're not useless and just being non-humans. We're not much different than them. Other than the fact that we can do magic.
Maybe they want to study one and learn how to make them.
It's possible we could try and teach them how to make some healing potions. That's a good idea, there, Khaal. I'm pretty sure you could help them through that.
Maybe.
Maybe. Well, we'll figure that out later. And I just noticed the time. Let's go for break. We got a loot crate down.
Great.
Yeah.
Wonder if that's,
Yeah, these events actually happen on Arc every now and then. That's the fun part.
I wonder if
Yeah.
that's where the mail service boxes got the name from.
You never know. Hey, let's take 10.
Okay.
Huzzah. Right. So, we all have a good rest after having a lovely little mini event. Apparently, they go on here. Helena, really, there's not much more to say other than whatever color comes up, the event when the event comes on. If you're in the area, the higher the levels, like in depending on the territory that you're in, some of those events are a challenge. To the point where sometimes things are summoned and dropped with them. Some creatures burrow into the ground and protect the crate. It all depends on how willing you are and how smart you are. They do say sometimes you can have someone run in and grab aggro on a fast dinosaur and lure everything away while everyone else goes loots the crate. The yellow and above, as soon as the crate is looted, the event, whatever was dropped, so if, like, depending on the dinosaur or whatever's there, lasts until you either run away from it, or you kill it, or it kills you. So blue and under, as long as you can loot the crate, the event stops no matter what's fighting you, or whatever happens. They've only done a few, and most of the time, because they're a smaller tribe, they don't see the point. It's just more about if we have the people and the time and things ready, they do it. But regular loot drops are the best way for them when they were first starting to get gear for themselves. So, we are hitting day 4, so that was at the beginning of day 4 during the night. So, we have 3 days left. Well, technically 4, 5, 6, 4 days total before our dinosaurs are fully mature. Is there anything else we want to do? Or a couple of us will have to either forage or ask the tribe to use some of their supplies to feed our dinosaurs. What would you guys like to do? We'll start with Khaal.
Once I figure out what a grapple hook is, I'll start to practice with it.
Are you going to start by climbing the walls around us in the tribe, or would you start small with like houses
I
and stuff?
would practice throwing, not really climbing.
Practice. Okay, perfect.
Uh,
Excellent. All right, so you described to me if you want someone to learn, there's lots of people here that would be able to teach you. The one who would teach you the best would be Mornak, the Native American, Mornak the Bone Eater. He doesn't speak English that you know of. Cassandra would, I think, and Galia talked to him, but she had to use comprehend language in order to be able to talk to him. There are a few others here that would be able to teach you. Lyra Quickfoot Ven. She would be also one of the leaders and main scouts. She's a wiry little thing. So if you'd like to talk to either of them, they would be your best bet.
Nope, I'll just practice aiming, and then he'll practice trying to hook, and then he'll probably realize that he has to climb up and unhook it. And
Okay. So
rafters, trees, fence, whatever's handy.
Okay. So let's do a straight intelligence roll to see if you can figure out exactly what this is going to do before you start throwing it out.
Oh, okay. It's not in the codex thing or whatever.
The Dodex is basically dinosaurs.
Oh. Yep.
7's enough to grapple. It's a grappling hook of some sort. It's going to be the 7's enough to know it's going to be a trial and error thing. So what's your normal weapon that you use? I can't remember. You don't really have one, do you?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Hits things with his tail.
Yeah.
Hits things with his walking stick.
Okay. So, do you think Kale's ever used a weapon before?
No.
No. Okay. Perfect. Then I just want the best area you would be told to do is to try and use the walls because they're the most sturdy and it'll give you something to try and climb up, get on top of, and repel on the other side, or vice versa. They do have stairs, like there's a little walkway up there. So give me a straight, let's say, dexterity check with disadvantage on the first one. The walls are only, I think I said, did I say 30 feet tall? I think I said 30. It's DC 13 to hit it.
It's a pair of 5s.
Okay. You throw it, but you realize you need to put a little bit more oomph behind it. You definitely need to maybe back up a little. Maybe you're a little too close and hit the wall pretty soon. Give me another shot with disadvantage on a dexterity check, please.
As long as it doesn't come down and hit him in the head.
Well, this one's going to come down and hit him in the head with a 0. A 2 minus 2. Yeah, this isn't for you right now. You take 1 point of damage as you throw it and it bounces back and smacks you in the face, sir.
Sorry, I didn't mean to jinx you.
At some point, someone is going to walk up to you and go, do you need any help with that? I'd be happy to show you how to do it. You got the basis down, but you just got to aim a little higher. You're throwing it into the wall. You're muted, by the way.
I was just gonna learn how to throw it from a dinosaur's back, but if I can't even throw it, then throwing it from a
I think you'll do
dinosaur's
fine.
back or throwing it from a boat probably isn't gonna work. So
Yeah, I've only seen you do this a couple times. I'd be happy to help you. It's really good. It does take a little bit of a knack. You gotta loosen the rope a little bit more. You're holding on to the grappling hook. You gotta hold on to the rope. And over the next little bit, if you would let her, she's gonna show you how to do it.
if it is always going to be a dex thing, I'm going to
Nope.
fail miserably. So
Nope, it's not. Eventually, this is switching over to an attack roll. Yeah.
I was figuring athletics, but that's fine.
Well, or we could do athletics too. It'll eventually be strength, but it's more the dex is just to get the motion of how to do this, learning, and all that fun stuff. So eventually,
We will give it one try with her.
okay, perfect. Then with the help, I'll take a straight athletics roll.
Well, it's finally a 10 for a dex,
Right?
and athletics is a 21. So.
Okay. Let's say it'll take you an hour to get this down, but eventually, once you start getting this, it's working. Yeah, you're hitting the mark. It's holding. It's going to be up to you to do all the climbing, though, without actual help, without actually having magic. So I will. You're quite heavy. Do you think you've ever pulled your own weight? Like, have you ever done something like this before? Getting it hooked is the easy part now. Lifting yourself up might be a bit of a challenge, but you're pretty strong.
Shouldn't be a challenge. He's a powerful build.
Yeah, you are a powerful build. So
Yeah.
yeah, just give me an athletics to start climbing up.
It's not so much to climb as to like
Yeah,
drag things behind the dinosaur or rip down
yeah,
trees or gates or
yeah.
pull other ships towards us or
Uh-huh.
stop the ship
Yeah,
when we have no anchor or whatever else.
yeah. Okay.
19 for that one.
Yeah. 19's easy enough to start climbing the rope. Uh,
Unlike
and
our trash panda, he is more comfortable on the ground.
yep. Give me 1 second here. Okay. How heavy are you?
I think I filled that in.
Yeah, just don't have your character sheet up.
463 pounds.
Okay. The hempen rope breaking strength is 540 pounds every quarter inch, so you are good to go, sir. You will notice the more this rope is used, it might need a little bit of repair now and then. It's quality, but not great quality.
Um,
You would probably be able to tell that whatever rope you brought with you might be a little bit better quality, but this
two
slowly
from
starts to
here.
fray.
I don't know if I have my own or not.
Okay.
I'll have to check.
Yeah, that's fine.
Were we having saddles or something for these dinosaurs, or no?
Saddles for this are going to be during our next 4 days is going to be gathering supplies to get ready for the trek. So we're going to be doing. They would have enough saddles for what we're doing, unless you
Yep.
wanted to customize your own. It seems that they
Um,
do have a little bit of overstock of some, and you would hear tells that the tribe at one point was a little bit bigger, but people died. They're dinosaurs, so whatever when things die, they just pretty much keep and bring all the old stuff back. So there are a few,
I
yes.
would assume that I'll need something customized.
Right.
Um, but if saddles are a thing, then I don't have to worry about anything extra to like tie
No,
or wrap a rope around.
no. You'd be
Yeah.
able to tell that these people are pretty good at doing stuff like this, and for those who want to do crafting, because we're going to have to make our own cooling armor, um, everything's pretty much done in one shop. This is where they're going to start teaching us on how the crafting in this place works and introduce us all to blueprints and something they call the fabricator.
I
So,
think at some point in time, when he's more comfortable with it, he'll look at some sort of way to maybe figure out like a block and tackle or a pulley system to make whatever his dinosaurs can drag more, or that they can do it tandem, one of the
okay,
two at some point. But that's a later project.
okay. So, for those of us who are going to be riding mounts, Fiddix doesn't really want a saddle for his. Uh, Zion, you would be too heavy for yours because it's technically Raptors are good for like Fiddix would be able to get on there. Maybe Suzans, you're just a little bit big and bulky for him because you weigh pretty much around the same as a Velociraptor, I believe. But if you want to add some of the saddles do give armor. It all depends if you're using your raptor as a help in a fight, or depends on what you're using them for. If you're just going to use it as a friend and companion, or if you're actually going to start taking this thing with you. they will recommend you putting a saddle on it to increase its armor and ability to stay alive. The same goes for the Dimorphodon. They don't really have armor. They have cute little helmets they put on their flying mounts to give them a little bit more armor.
Maybe with some little like aviator goggles.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let's start doing how to gather supplies and learning how to craft. They have a variety of different workbenches and stations available. They do have most standard blueprints here. They will say that they do have a lot of other blueprints that they don't currently have the materials for. They need to really do an exploration to get some of the higher end metals that they need to craft a lot of the metal based stuff and like even weaponry. They have to go out a little bit further towards the mountain in order to get the good veins, especially the obsidian. And they don't like have this island's a little different. They don't have like an iron vein, a steel vein, a tin vein, a silver vein. They have metal veins that have pretty much everything combined into one.
Minecraft.
So, yeah. So it's pretty much you get stone, you get wood, you get metal. That's the majority in like fiber and stuff. So it looks to be the fabricator that they have. They also have a grinder. Pretty much raw material goes in, and it creates from that raw material what you need for whatever you're crafting. The fabricator they have is pretty much that. It's Fiddix would be able to tell you that it's something similar to a spell he's heard of from his father called the Fabricate spell. This is a machine that pretty much does that. Um, think of it as like a 3D printer, a CNC machine, and a Star Trek replicator combined into one. Where you feed raw material in, you feed a blueprint in, and it prints you out all the stuff you need to assemble what you're trying to build with a step-by-step instruction on how to build it. So those places really self-sustaining. Like it teaches you how to build stuff as long as you have the raw material to feed into it.
Oh, it's IKEA.
Kind of. But they say once you learn how to do things on your own, so there's like their whole system here for crafting is as long as you have the blueprint for it, the blueprint will tell you exactly what you need to craft that item, even if you need to like build your forge from hand to build a hatchet to get more wood to build like it's a whole crafting thing here, which would take forever. But they do have lots of blueprints that maybe some people are starting to realize there's a few of them missing, but they haven't bothered to ask if any of us have stolen them yet. But you guys would definitely notice at nighttime that Fiddix is going through a lot of blueprints and copying them out on his own.
Okay.
And he is
at some point
extremely happy.
you should probably sleep though too.
No, too much to
I
do.
know this is exciting, but you're gonna make yourself sick.
Well, yeah, I don't think I've eaten in a couple days, but yeah, okay.
I'll
I'm
make
like
you a
just
sandwich. You,
immediately
you can
passes out.
Okay.
As soon as he realizes he's hasn't slept or done anything, just I'm like, right, okay.
I'm gonna make him like a shelf stable sandwich, like not like meat in it, but like a
Yeah.
fluffernutter. And I'm
Yeah.
gonna put it next to his bed, like next to his head when he wakes up.
Okay. Yeah, you guys would be able to tell that this place has like opened his mind up more than he ever thought, and yeah, he just you'd be able to tell there's things going in his brain. It's like, oh, right, um, there's lots of things that are going to help us elsewhere other than here, but yeah. So, I believe,
Sleep on you.
yeah. Can I have so? Belv wants to customize some saddles, which is easy. They have that here. Would Zion want a armored raptor saddle for his? Or what were you planning to do with your blue? You might be muted.
No, I'm not. I'm still. I was actually looking over the saddles on D&D Beyond.
Gotcha.
Um,
So I can tell you how the ones that they have will work for the dinosaur itself. Which ones you
yeah.
can. The
Okay.
crafting here, it's a little bit different than what you're going to find for saddles on D&D Beyond because this is technically a video game inspired one. They have different qualities, just like most magic items. So it's like adding a shield to your to your saddle. So you either get a +1, 2, or 3. It all depends on how well you craft it. So it all depends on if you want to do, like they'll have, like you can add chitin to your armor. You could add bits of metal to your armor. You could add things that they have that they don't really have the materials here for. You could craft what's called a crystal shield, but they don't have the materials, and the only materials they know of is on the mountain near the top to get the actual crystals they need to make the blueprint. They have enough things here to make a chitin, like a set of armor for the saddle, which will pretty much add a +2 to his armor class.
Oh, because he's kind of squishy.
Oh, yeah. They're just a raptor. They're big and tough in the movies, but once you add magic and armor and weaponry, raptors go down pretty quick.
Is that only an option for the
Any
raptor,
of
or is
them.
it an option for all of us?
Any of them. Yeah, you can either up the AC by a 1, 2, 3, depending on the type of armor you're looking for. The best that they would be able to do is either a +1 or 2, but they need a little bit more metal to upgrade it to the 2. They have enough to do at least. No, actually, what these guys have, yeah, no, they'd be able to do at least 2 saddles with a +2. So if Khaal
How
and
much
Zion,
more?
they
How
have
much more
the,
metal would they to make it a 3?
you'd have to do a trip to the mountain to get the crystal.
The mountain's a long trip.
The mountain's a long trip and very dangerous. Yep. Like they wouldn't even take the full tribe to the mountain right now without a lot more dinosaurs behind them going up.
2 would
Yeah.
be 2. 1 or 2 is okay.
Okay. All right. So using the regular leather, they're going to start guiding you guys towards the fabricator and all the workbenches. So I want to start just a straight intelligence roll to see how well you guys understand this. You are going to be having help, so it's at advantage.
Good, because that one sucked.
The
Ooh,
winches are more of a priority for me, but if nobody else wants the bonus AC armor, then I will do some of that as well.
Okay. Yeah. And you also wanted the right. So were you looking at like a net tag along or like a wagon to put on the back, or what you described to me exactly what your thoughts were?
He just wants to be able to hook the rope on, but
Yep.
I'm assuming that they've got some sort of winch technology that he'll just use instead.
Okay. Yeah. That works too. So yeah, your rolls are definitely good enough for that. Ooh, you rolled. Is that a nat 20, Zion? Nice.
yes, it is.
Okay. Dirty 20 and a 15. Oh, perfect. Okay. So, yeah. for some reason, you guys are starting to understand this technology quite well. Um, you do have a lot of good helpers. They're running you through this, and it's literally pretty much a dummies guide. Like the system here is made to help you get better. You guys will be able to figure that out quite easy just by looking at that. So, leather-wise, they have lots of dinosaurs that they've been killing. They have a little bit of extra supply. They have piles of saddles that are just being sit there in a corner and not used. So they also would already have them set for like most Dodix and Velociraptors and Dimorphodons. They're always the same height, weight. They're bred that way. So basic saddles are quite easy. Adding armor to them, that's where the fabricator comes in. You'd be able to print off things and it'd tell you how to like attach to them, where you do them, where you have to add them, and all that fun stuff. Adding a pulley system to a Doedicurus isn't really hard for them. They just need to figure out exactly how to do that. So you would be partnered up with, they wouldn't have like a set blueprint for just that. So you would be paired up with need to find his name. Captain Thane. He's the old shipwright that's here, who does survival advice, and I think he was the other artificer, I believe. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And with his help, he'd be able to roughly draw a blueprint that'll be pushed into the machine for you. So I just want, what tools do people have that you are proficient with?
I don't have any.
Alchemists, cartographers, martial weapons, simple weapons, light armor, medium armor, and shields.
Perfect.
Oh, wait a minute.
So I will have Fiddix pair with each individual person because he has tools of everything, pretty much. And the other guy would have pretty much everything you need. Okay. So we are going to do a straight D20 roll for each thing you want to do. We're going to add your so either intelligence, wisdom, or dexterity, depending on your class. I'll let you choose what you want to use. Let's place this creature within range. Nice. I like that too. Okay, perfect. Love it. All right. So I want a straight D20 roll from everyone, adding your proficiency bonus. Actually, no, you're not proficient in what you're currently doing. So just a straight D20 with whatever your main stat is for your class. Like Bard, I want a charisma roll, basically a charisma check from you. Strength check, I'm okay with from Zion and Kale, or whatever
Two
you'd like.
rolls, intelligence, and a stat.
Yeah, wisdom works too. Okay.
Wait a minute. You said just a straight check?
Yeah, I want just yeah, you wouldn't be adding your proficiency bonus because this is the first time you're doing this at all.
No, he just added his strength modifier for the 11, so it should be fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm good.
Yep. Well,
Alright.
yeah, because the save would have been +6. That's why I was verifying.
Yep. You are all set. Okay. So, over the course of this would take a little bit to get things down. So, pushing in day 5, you guys would eventually get all this done. Kira, your little helm for your guy doesn't take long. Like within an hour, you are pretty much done with yours because it's just something small. Just give
Can I
me
spend
a
an
D.
extra hour? Can I spend an extra hour making it pretty?
Yeah, I'm good with that. Give me a D100 roll for yours. 57. You can add 2 AC to your Dimorphodon.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Because you rolled well. All right. The other two, they have enough raw material, and with those good rolls, you definitely do have enough to get your +2 AC bonus to your saddle. You have a choice between what you would think of as chainmail, or like it's chainmail, but it's made out of chitin from insects instead of metal. They seem to have abundance of chitin more than they do metal, and it kind of acts as almost the same. The metal would be a little bit better, but using the chitin armor, you can add an extra 2 AC to your dinos. And your give me one more roll for your with advantage for your pulley system for the Dodix.
Sorry, what kind of roll?
Whatever
The
you.
Sam?
Yeah, I'm okay with a straight wisdom or yeah. Okay. Yep.
13 this time.
Yeah, this is pretty basic stuff. So the DC is only 12 for most of these. The more difficult, if you wanted like metal and obsidian stuff, they would go up and up and up. But yeah, you can add 2 pulley winches to your Dodix once they're fully grown. But you have the materials, and you can put them on there as soon as they're fully grown. Yep. I guess I should do some rolls for Fiddix here. Oh, he's smart enough to figure it out. But he can do tool checks because he's part Artificer. Take care of his tools.
I don't know how, but somehow Zion became. Oh no, the Wayfarer treat gave him proficiency with thieves' tools, even though he's not a thief.
Nice. That's fun. All right. Fiddix, once he heard that his beaver can be beefier, he decided to come on. But once he woke up, so he'd be doing this later than you guys. Okay. So your saddles that everybody have come with your pretty much standard saddlebags that most horses would have. I'll bet some of the dinosaurs are a little bit bigger, especially the Dodic. It's a little bit bigger. The Dodic would be probably the same length as like a horse, so you can add like a couple saddlebags. It'll still hold quite a bit of weight. Also, it depends on what you're hauling. Dodics are good for hauling stone and lumber. Metal, they would tell you is quite heavy. For some reason, the metal's heavier than a tree. Depending on the size and whatnot you have. But the Dodix can move stone quite roughly, pretty good. Or most things. I will eventually find the weight rate. I think they're good for close to like 5,000 pounds before they're encumbered. With stone, anyway. The Raptors really can't hold a lot of weight. They'd be like the same as like a donkey almost. So maybe 500-600 pounds before they're starting to struggle. Your Dimorphodon can't hold really anything. But he's got a cute hat. Yeah.
Can hold a light little fairy, so that's good enough.
Yeah, true. Yeah. So that's going to put us finishing day 5 and into day 6 with our crafting is all done. Day 6 is you guys will be able to tell our dinosaurs are going to be probably fully grown and mature by the next day. And you'd be able to almost put the saddle on, but the Fran is telling us to definitely wait. And over the course of the next few days, we would have went in and did some more bonding. So I want 2 animal handling checks with advantage from everybody, please, to see how well they are liking us.
With advantage, you said?
Advantage disappeared. All right. Well, that's better. 13 for one. 15 for the second.
Which will quite well for a couple of his.
We say the Dimorphodon kind of looks like a meat eater, like maybe like fish.
It's secondary. Okay. Yep.
It doesn't look like it's
16 for one, none for the other for me.
You do have 2 dinos, so I need 2 more for you. Sorry. Forgot you got
Yeah,
twins.
those were.
Oh, okay. Beautiful.
Yep. There's 4 rolls on there total. Those were the 2.
I just need to scroll up. Okay. No nat ones. That's the main thing with advantage. Shows up if we got double nat ones, we might have a little bit of an issue. All right.
just
That is
yeah.
an. Pardon?
It just flew away and never came back.
Kind
I
of.
hate you.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. They say it does happen from time to time that if you don't pay attention, that the bond drops and they like turn wild almost and just immediately want to leave. Happens from time to time, but it's been a bit. All right. Those animal handling checks are enough to have the animals pretty much fully bond to us. Like almost immediately, you'd be able to tell, even from the dino decks, most of these are creatures, they're not like intelligent enough, but they're primal. So they do have heightened senses, especially smell. Smell is very important to some of these creatures, and they can tell where you are just by smelling you. They're getting to know our scent. So even before we enter the chamber, that is mostly like pressurized in here, they know you're coming, and they know they're starting to learn, even though it's only been a few days, our routine and getting to know us, and we're getting to know them a little bit better as they grow up. So we have 2 days left to start crafting our desert suit, which is the last thing we need to craft. We've done our saddles, we've got enough food for our animals right now anyway. While they're growing, we can get more on the way, but they don't have a lot of on-hand fiber to make enough for our outfits, so we will need to do at least one excursion towards the redwoods, where there is an abundance of a type of plant that they need to harvest for that. So we can either have them go, or we can go get our own.
Dinos are full grown now?
They will be tomorrow. We're going to start
Tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay.
Or we can wait a day until they're fully grown and then go.
Kel will do nothing unless asked again.
Go with them, probably.
Yeah. Helena would be the one who would be asking if we want to go now or wait. So I will leave it up to the party whether or not we want to wait for our dinos to be fully grown before we go near the redwoods to harvest the materials we need to craft our desert gear.
This camp is great, but I've seen like almost everything, and I want to go.
Fiddix is easy either way. It's nothing more than one day. He doesn't plan on taking the beaver to the desert. He's saving it for later when you leave. So, would you guys like to go now or wait until our dinos are fully grown?
I think Zion will actually just say, I killed a direwolf. Let's go.
Okay,
Yay!
that's all I
Down,
need.
let's go. Let's go.
Okay. Helena is going to say, "Would you like me or I always forget his name, Mornak, to come with you guys? I can it's not too far away. It's only about an hour away to get there. I'd be happy to show you. I can bring Stanley, or you guys can forage out on your own. It's up to you." And at this point, Khaal, you would have been asked by Fiddix definitely if you want to come. If you want to come get our material to make our desert outfit, or do you need one? I don't know if you need one or not. Are you good with the heat?
I shake my gourd again. Yep, I'm good. But
Oh.
do you know what fiber you need?
Until I see the plant, I don't know. All she told me is she gave me a picture of what I need to. We need a whole whack of it apparently to feed into their grinder. It's going to grind it all up, and then we put it in the fabricator.
So
They don't have cotton here, so I think she said this is the way they get like a cotton fiber. She's called it a synthetic fiber. I don't understand that word though.
maybe she should come so you don't get the wrong thing.
Okay. Okay. All right. So we all gather our stuff and start heading out towards the redwoods.
While we're heading towards the redwoods,
We're going to be
Khaal
heading.
will subtly keep shifting his direction under this thing.
Oh yeah, we're not going to going near the obelisk. We're kind of skirting more like this area.
Oh, those are redwoods too? I thought the red
Yeah.
trees. Okay.
Yeah, they're consider them all red. For some reason, map did not want to do all the trees red for some reason.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, we're only about an hour to like the edge of the redwoods where the abundance of this plant that she's looking for is.
Ooh.
Now, who wants to do the survival rolls out front? I could have her roll them because she knows the area, unless somebody else would like to go on point.
I don't know
Well,
how
I
good
think
you would.
Zion would actually lead the way. So,
Okay. Give me a survival roll with advantage because she's on top of Stanley telling you where to go.
19.
19 is enough to be able to follow exactly where she wants you to go without stepping on anything or in anywhere that you shouldn't. Along the way, we would be able to tell that the terrain changes quite a bit from the hills and grass that we are in the rocky terrain and starts to get into like almost like it's a redwood forest. So the ground is pretty much like pine leaves, pine needles. Sorry, a lot of old wood leaves here. There's no real main trail. We're just going to be roughing it from here. They don't really have an actual path in the redwoods currently because they don't live there. So along the way, our lovely rolls. Did you guys want to go stealthily, or are we just on a mission and going? I think we'd be on a mission and going.
I think so too.
Okay. So,
Zion has a lot of confidence after killing that dire wolf.
yeah. And if you haven't taken a long rest, you can by now because it's been a day after that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I'll do that one for Suzans because she healed you that day. So everyone can take a long rest if you haven't.
And check my bardic inspirations because sometimes when I do my long rest, it doesn't reset them.
When I play a bard, I always forget about the fact that I have bardic inspirations because I usually use them on myself for other things. Okay. So, can I have perception rolls from everybody, please, as we start getting in? And we would also notice that Stanley, her parasaur, gives out a warning cry.
16.
23.
24. Ooh,
Assuming I can smell. Anyway.
Suzans with the net 20. Yeah, we all hear howling getting extremely close, and it's almost as if one's in front of us, a couple are from the side, and one's managed to get in behind us as we all are being swarmed by the rest of the dire wolf pack that Zion killed. And with the net 20 perception from Susan's, she's going to notice one of the dire wolves is much bigger, covered in blood, foaming at the mouth, and is an alpha predator. Alpha's here. As soon as you guys notice that, you hear Helena go, "Uh-oh, kill the alpha, kill the alpha, kill the alpha. Shit, I've never seen an alpha direwolf. Uh-oh." So next
Which
session,
one is he?
he's the one charging dead first to all of us. So
Yeah.
next session, when we have Galia, we're going to have a lovely fight with a direwolf pack and an alpha.
Oh boy. Direwolves killed one of my characters once.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled terribly on the rest of the pack's perception and stealth rolls, or Zion was dead today.